Go.
Go, ladies and gentlemen, run. What's up, pendejos? I don't even know what that really means, if it means anything, other than Josh and Tommy and Adrian say it all the time. I feel like I should know what it means.
Yeah, you should know what it means because you use it a lot.
Oh, that's an old one. All right. Here we go.
It means idiot and fool.
Idiot fool. Okay.
Yep. What's going on, everybody? How you doing?
Yes. Did you bring your list?
My list. Shit. We had homework, didn't we?
I don't remember. What was the list supposed to be about? I forgot.
Like parenting rules, right? Something like
Oh, yes. Yes.
that?
So did I tell you last time that when I grew up, I think I told you maybe after the stream, we had a strict rule. Our snack, we can have a snack at 3 p.m. If you missed your snack at 3 p.m., boom, you missed it.
Yeah, you told me. I'm not sure if
Yes,
that was
Josh.
I'm not sure if that was on the stream or not.
Yes, Josh, it is a Boston Scally. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them.
Wow. Those one I can't wear those. They won't look good on me.
You know, I think certain ones, because I have a couple of the styles from them that don't look good. This is my favorite one. This one looks the best. I have a few that just don't look the best.
I don't think I could pull that. I don't think I could pull that off. You know.
I think you could. Maybe next time I come up, I'll wear one or bring one, and you could try. Or next time you come, well, you ain't ever coming down because you don't have a reason to. But
yeah, I don't really wear hats. Really don't work for me. Even caps.
You say I don't think I've ever seen you in a baseball hat. Or
No, and I used to wear them all the time when I was in high school and like middle school and stuff. I always would be wearing a cap.
Even flat bill.
I had flat bills and I had curled ones. The only thing I kind of like I can pull off is like those fisherman's hats, those safari hats.
No,
I take them on vacation with me.
maybe a rice paddy hat like Raiden from Mortal Kombat. The rice paddy hat. Yeah, that'd be dope.
No, because whenever I go to on vacation, I bring my like safari hat. It's like breathable and it keeps the sun off my head and all that stuff. I don't really, because when I'm on vacation, I don't really care how I look, so I'm just like whatever.
No, you don't care how you look on vacation.
No, I don't. I don't give a damn. I leave it all behind.
You let your hair down.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I let it all just flow. Because I'm on vacation.
Terrible. Oh, Kellen cut the prime rib tonight.
Nice.
The black rose. I don't think I have that one.
Because when you're on vacation, like you're never gonna see anybody who's there ever again. You know what I mean? Like, so who cares? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, so what a week. So it's been 7 days. Chat, how's your week been? Anybody Blackwood? Anybody have a good week, bad week, indifferent week? Tommy, how's your week? Ellie, how's your week? Your banda? While we're waiting for them to tell us how their week was, JG does have a big ass head.
I actually don't. I don't have a big
head. It looks bigger on screen. Like if Johnny gets close to his camera, my head's much bigger than Johnny's.
It's hard to tell even on screen. Yeah, we kind of look like the same size head.
I don't think Vato. I don't think there was a time he's ever had hair because I've seen his wedding pic and I don't remember their hair being in there.
Oh, I had a really low taper fade in my wedding pic. But there's another pic. Next time you come to my living room, you'll see I have a pic of me with a full head of hair holding a baby, a baby Dylan, like a newborn baby Dylan, and I have a full head of hair and I have a beard. So I had a full head of hair and a beard at one point. Yeah. I used to have good hair. I used to have really good hair. I used to have long, straight black hair.
Was it emo? 'Cause tonight will be the night
No,
that I come for you.
no. My parent, like my mom, always like sported that bowl cut on me. Like it was real tight bowl cut.
Dear Maria, count me in
And then uh,
the story.
and then I was getting fades all the way through high school and stuff like that. So I always kept it short, like super short.
Ellie, when's your birthday? Hey, Vato. You know what? Let's do this. We said Tommy, welcome in. We have Josh, of course, hanging low to the left. How you doing, Josh? We have Ellie. We have Vato, which Vato and Ellie and Tommy are West Coasters, so they're here. That's early back there. So thank you for showing up.
Yeah.
Vato asked, weren't you trying some hair regrowing products at some point? Like
Yeah, but I just
well, you tried accelerator on your head, didn't you?
yeah. It was working. It was the hairs were coming out and all that stuff like that. I just didn't. I just left it. I just stopped doing it because I didn't like the way it was coming out, and I couldn't walk around like that. I was
And Ellie
feeling.
has a birthday coming up here, May 3rd. Ooh, right before Star Wars Day, Johnny.
Mhm.
So how was your week, Johnny? Any trouble? Any you at the court for that
Yeah.
accident you witnessed. So tell us the story. Tell
Yeah,
us.
so like I get the court summons and I go, which basically it's all virtual, and
So you did
immediately.
it from home?
Yeah, I did it from home. I did it from home. I didn't
Oh,
have to actually go there, so
that's
that was
good.
cool. Yeah, it was cool. Um, but the thing is, like, the guy who I witnessed, like, wants to fight it. So, like, it's got drugged. It got dragged on, and he didn't have an up to date license or something. So, like, his lawyer was like, "Oh, he has to get something updated, and we have to adjourn." And like, so like, I have to go back in 2 weeks. But like, it was already a bad day. That judge was very angry. Like, he was very, very angry. He got rid of like 10 cases in 5 minutes, real fast. All this guy had to do was just say I'm guilty and pay the fine, the court fees, and we would have been done, set and go. But he decided he wanted to keep going with it, so we have to keep going with it. And watching people go through the process of getting like examined and like questioned and stuff like that, like until they got to us, till they dismissed us. Like, I never want to. I'm never calling the cops again. I'm never doing anything like that again. I'm just.
Now, was that your first time, like in any kind of court
Yeah,
experience?
very
Okay.
first time, and I was just a witness. I had no case. I had nothing. I was just there to say my piece, and that was it. But like, I know for a fact that like I don't ever want to deal with this again. So like, if I ever witness an accident, I'm just gonna keep driving, and I'm gonna call and be like, "Hey, someone behind me crashed, and I, just this is where we're at, and it was way behind
You
me."
know, you could have refused and just provided a written witness statement, and that's it, and said, "I don't want to be involved. Here's a written statement."
I didn't know that.
Well, now you know.
Well, now it's gonna be every man for themselves. So if I see someone getting hurt, I'm just gonna be like, "Oh wow, like I saw it happen behind me, and I was gone. I saw the car go into the ditch, and that was it. And here's where they are, and I'm leaving. I'm not gonna be at the
I
scene."
didn't realize that was your first like
Yeah, of course.
experience in the
I
court
don't do
system.
that stuff, man. I hate that stuff.
Because I have like a whole different experience. So like I've been where I've had to be in front of the judge for a speeding ticket or whatever. Usually I just pay them.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but I've also been on the other side, on the law enforcement side, where I've actually had to sit for a trial. We did the jury selection, so we have all the jury members come in, and then like we're here with the prosecution side, and then the defense side's over there, and we do the jury interviews and get their information, and then we say, okay, you say, oh, you have to eliminate 9 each, and then we okay, this person, this person, this person, this person, and you eliminate them, and hopefully they don't eliminate anybody that you really wanted. And then you do a whole little spiel, and then they go back, and then they set trial dates, and then you do that. There's actually one time where the defense cut 3 jury members that I really, really wanted. I'm like, we've got to have these jury members, and they got cut. I'm like, damn it. But you got to be like the jury selection is it's a science, right? So there's a plethora of variations of people that are in the jury pool that show up. And you get some young, some old, some, educated, some uneducated, different cultures. And depending on the trial that you're the case that you have, you want to pick on what you think is going to probably side with what you want done, right? Like you want the person found guilty, but the defense, if you want someone who's going to let your person off, you got to pick someone who you think might, what's the word, be empathetic towards them or sympathetic, whatever, empathetic, or might kind of side with them.
Right.
So on this case, one particular case, and it's funny, the person on trial was actually somebody who grew up with my brother-in-law, but I had arrested him for armed burglary, forced burglary, unlawful detention, kidnapping, and drug, and a bunch of stuff, right? So, and he's still in prison to this day, and it's been, I don't know, since like 2007, 2008. Like, it's been a long time. So I'm like, I want mothers, grandmothers, we want the women on there, but I also want people who have been victims of crimes. So we were selecting our thing, and we got a conviction, which, I mean, the jury would have been deaf, blind, and dumb to not get a conviction on this, especially because we had confession. So, but I've also seen juries where we had a guy that was on trial for manslaughter for a young child that died in his care, and the jury let him off. You mean, so it just depends.
That's crazy. Yeah, it just I don't want to go through this again. And again, I have to do it in 2 weeks again. And then if it doesn't get settled, then we actually have to go and appear in person. So like, I don't want to do this ever again. Oh wow.
Yeah, so like if there's an accident, you can tell me, hey, I'm not comfortable like being a witness. I'll provide a witness statement of your account of it, and they can use that. They can't force you to be a witness, because, and if they do, and their dicks about it, just show up and be like, I didn't see anything. So you saw nothing? No, I wasn't paying attention. I was on my phone. I was talking, right?
Yeah, I think
because you're not on trial. Like, they're not going to send you to jail because you refuse to give them information.
Yeah. The thing is, like, I think the whole reason why that we have to be there is because the guy keeps claiming that there was a deer in the road, and that's why he swore. But there was no fucking deer. You know how big
I would have said that too.
There was no deer, man. You know how big a deer would be? We were in broad daylight. I would have seen a damn deer if there was a deer out there. So when the cop called us and was like, "Was there a deer in the road?" I was like, "Absolutely not."
So he swerved. Like, he didn't hit nobody else, or just he swerved and got an accident on the road.
He was behind a car, right? And it looked like he was trying to like go around the guy on a double solid line, which is, you can't do, it's illegal. So like, but instead of like going around the guy, he kept like not swerving, like swaying. He was like cutting like hard, like left, right. Like he was trying to, it looked like he was correcting, like he was losing control and he was trying to correct himself. So like, instead of, because there's a difference between like swaying and then like the way what he was doing. So when I saw him doing that, like going cut left, cut right, like hard like that, I immediately like I slowed down to like 20 miles an hour. I backed up like almost a car and a half length away, and then I continued driving, put some distance, and then my wife was like, "He's gonna go into the ditch," because he was like over, and then he cut hard into the ditch and went into the fucking ditch and hit it.
So he didn't hit nothing else. Didn't destroy any property.
Nope.
Then
he just knocked down the speed limit sign. That was it.
Then why did they give him a ticket? Because at the end of the day, his insurance is.
I guess they gave him a ticket because he took out the speed limit sign. I don't know. That's like state, county, town property or state property or whatever.
So they probably gave him destruction of property and then speed failure to avoid a collision.
Yeah, something like that. But then he was like, "Oh, he told the cop like later down the line, like, oh, I was trying to avoid a deer," and I was like, and then the cop called us, and then my wife was like, "There was no deer in the road," and then the cop spoke.
So if I was behind him, I could just download my dash cam video from the Tesla, send it to the cop. Here you go. No deer. Here you go. See, if you had a Tesla, you would have just submit that. You didn't have to testify. Your camera would testify for you.
Yeah, well, it is what it is now. And
well, now you know, get a Tesla, so you no longer have to testify in court. Why do you drive a Tesla? Because I hate going to court. Give him the video. Here you go.
Is it that easy to get the video off of it?
It's pretty simple.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I always wondered that. Like, how
I mean, it's not like, oh, you just use the camera and download. Like, you have to go in there, find it, and put a USB in there and save it. And
okay. All right. It's doable. It's doable.
it's manageable. Oh, look, it's early than now. Randy R. What's up, my man? Nice of you to join us.
I like cars that go vroom.
I like that vroom vroom. My car goes vroom vroom.
I have a Mazda. They go vroom vroom.
Your car's a Mazda?
Yeah, our car's a Mazda.
Oh, Audrey's, not yours. I'll say your car's not. I'm like, what car did I get in? Because that wasn't a Mazda.
No.
You know what cars, like, you can't pay people to buy these anymore, and I feel like they only have one, maybe two models, is a Mitsubishi. I remember when the Mitsubishi Eclipse was like the thing, right?
Yeah.
But now it's like you can't pay people to buy one. Like, you don't ever see them.
I don't see them anymore, the Mitsubishis.
I've not had, so they have new flavor. I saw that, the Chipwich. I've not had the birthday cake one though. See, Mazda Protege? Yeah. I like the Mazda 3 Speeds, the hatchback Mazda 3 Speeds, or the RX.
The big smile on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mazda 3 Speed.
I don't know if they still make Mazda Proteges.
No.
I have a friend who used to have a Honda Prelude. Do they even make Honda Preludes anymore?
They're coming back with the Honda. There's a concept, and they're coming back.
Oh, but it's an electric one, huh? You notice a lot of the companies are coming out with these newer or rebuild concepts. They're all electric.
Yeah,
like
EV,
Dodge is coming out electric.
There's a new electric Daytona or something like that.
Yeah, then there's a new truck. The International Scout is coming back out, but it's a electric.
Huh.
So it's weird that all these cool things are coming out, but they're electric.
My uncle had a Prelude. He had a '92 Prelude, and that thing was nice. That thing was real nice.
When I was in high school, like the Honda Civics, like the early '90s Honda Civics were everybody was getting. And
my neighbor has a '93. That thing has almost 200 or more than 200,000 miles, and it's still going. That thing is such a beast.
Dude, my cousin had an 80-something Nissan Sentra, and it went for like almost 400,000 miles.
You can't kill that car. You can't kill that car, man. He drives it to work, and that's it. It's in perfect condition and everything. Like, it's pretty cool.
I've seen a couple of the Honda CRX, like the coupe looking thing.
Oh yeah.
The
pocket
CR.
rockets. You call them pocket rockets.
You'd see a lot of those with high miles on it. But my first car was a 1979 Datsun pickup. Oh, yeah? 93 Mazda. There you go. Yep. And then I had a Suzuki Samurai. And we had an 87 Buick Century at one point too.
Oh wow.
Jason SR, what's up, buddy? How you doing, Jason? What's happening?
My first car was an Eagle Vision.
My uncle had Eagles, like a station wagon, but lifted 4-wheel drive a little bit. The Eagle something. The Acura Legend.
You had an Acura Legend. Wow.
I don't know
saw
what
one
that
of those on the other road. I just saw that on the road the other day. Because I was in Newark. I spent 3 hours in Newark. Right?
Why? That's the danger zone.
Okay, so in Jersey, this is the season for the cherry blossoms to bloom. The cherry blossoms in the apple.
Wait a minute, you have cherry blossoms in Jersey? I thought DC was only.
Yeah. No. We have the largest. Cherry blossom population. It's in Newark. That's why I went to Newark. I went for Bloomfest. That's where it is, Bloomfest. So, but what I didn't know that is the largest collection of cherry blossoms and apple blossom trees in I think in the United States. I think it is something like that. It's either in the United States or in all of New Jersey. So I didn't know this, right? And so when my wife was like, "Oh, I want to go look at the cherry blossoms and all that stuff," I said, "Okay, fine." And I'm thinking the cherry blossoms by my house, because we have a park, and they have a kind of like a really small botanical garden where they got all kinds of plants. If you ever want to know what a certain plant smells like or whatever, they pretty much will have it, and you can smell them, and all you can see them, take pictures, and they have the blossom trees. And I thought that's what she meant, because I was like, okay, we'll just go there. It's 10 minutes away, whatever. But no, she wanted. She told me, she goes, "Oh, I want to go to Bloomfest in Newark," and I was like, ugh, because I don't like Newark.
Yeah.
Not a really friendly area.
No.
It's very congested or whatever. So like when I saw it, I was like, but I didn't want to fight her. I didn't want to argue. So I was like, let me
Gotta
just,
make her happy.
we'll just go. We'll just go. We'll see what's what. So I get there and there's nowhere to park anywhere on any side street in the park. The park is basically half closed off, so you can only drive in one way or another. So we get to the main area, and this is where I really I've hammered this down. I am now 42 years old, and I have learned this lesson late in life. And the lesson is that more is lost with indecision than wrong decision, right? Because I was traveling, and on the opposite side somebody had left, and I would have to make an illegal move, U-turn around the barrier and over the and through the cones to go park in this spot, which I could have done very quickly, because the way I was positioned, I was like, I could just do this real fast. There's nobody around. There's no cops around. You know what I'm saying? And I could have parked, and we all could have went to the park, and we all could have had a really great day. But I didn't do that. I was like, I don't want to get in trouble. Let me not, whatever. So I kept going, and I let my family out, and I stayed in the car, and I said, I'll find a spot and I'll catch up with you later. 3 hours in the car, driving around Newark, trying to find a place to park that's near the park. Yeah.
You spent 3 hours trying to park while your family's doing their thing.
While they went into the bouncy houses and had, funnel cakes and all this other shit, and they enjoyed the trees and everything like that. And my stupid ass is driving around Newark like an idiot. So,
I would have just parked far away and call an Uber to drop you off at the fest.
I didn't want to leave the car. I didn't want to leave the car. So I found refuge in KFC in a KFC parking lot. And I was driving.
I would have been with you if this was like a, hey bros, let's go hang out for the weekend thing, and you did that. I've been cussing. It's like, Johnny, park the effing car.
Where park? Is there where to park?
We would have found somewhere to park. I would have parked. We would have parked somewhere.
It was unbelievably crowded. I went down every side street I could find that within the walking distance. I went a little further. It was crazy. And as I was driving by, I'm thinking, like, what is the big deal? They're trees. They're apple blossom trees. Like, there's so many freaking apple blossoms all over the state. Like, why is everybody here right now? And then you see these people like with professional cameras and lights and freaking white sheets, to bounce the sun off of to get the perfect lighting. And I'm just like, everyone looks dumb to me. I'm so mad that everybody is like taking this like moment to take a picture with these stupid trees. And I'm just like, I'm getting angry. I'm getting bitter. I'm yelling at everybody around me. I'm like, it was a time. It was a time. It was horrible. I tried to make my own parking spot. I tried. I couldn't find an opening. I was even going to take a handicap and take the ticket, but I was like, maybe not.
Yeah, your first car. Everybody's typing to answer their security questions. So we have a random update, right? Other than our random chats, we do have a Retro Beards update. Orders have been labeled. Labels have been ordered. There's my man, my cousin, my brother, Frankie J. What's up, Frankie? I don't know why I get excited because Frankie J's in the chat. I don't know why it is. Like how. If you ever met someone like, what's up, my name's Frankie J, how can you not like that guy, Frankie J? I feel like that name
goes by Frankie
J. You have to like him because it sounds like you're a cool dude. Like, I would hang out with Frankie J. Like, what are you doing this weekend? Hey, Frankie J and I are going to grab a slice and hang out, right? One day, Frankie J and I are gonna hang out. Mark my word. Mark me, my lord. Mark me. But yes, so labels have been ordered. We should have them at the end of the week, if not early next week, before Johnny goes on his trip, hopefully.
Yeah.
Um,
Hopefully.
which means then we could label the product because we products ready to go, and I could begin finishing the website. So it won't be at end of April, be early mid May at the latest. That
Yeah.
will be up because Johnny's gone soon for a week. So
Yeah.
and we'll do the thing on the stream on a Wednesday. So it'd be on a Wednesday. Um,
I'm not even going on vacation. It's more work than anything. I got to drive 10
yeah,
hours.
yeah.
You know,
And
it's
because I have to, because I also have to plan to go up there so we could get
yeah.
everything done. And the surprise, so when we rebrand or relaunch, we'll have all the scents you're used to plus the unscented and one new scent that's new to retro beards but not new to you unless you're new to us. And I have to order stuff to make that. So we'll have a new drop for a new line. We're doing a black label line
Yes.
for retro beards. It'd be a different type of label. And all the black label line are going to be historic scents from my last 8, 9 years in the industry. So scents I've done before or variations of those. So I think that's what the black label will be. It could be new things too, but generally speaking, things that aren't going to be around forever and they're just like a rebirth type thing, we'll do black label. And that's my take. Johnny may say
Yeah.
something different, but
Yeah. Which is the possibilities are like endless to what we can do with whatever, we can do anything.
yeah. And the
Pretty cool.
name of this first scent is not the same name it used to be. We gave it a new name, but the description will be very clear that hey, this is what this scent is. So if you're trying to be like, I want this, I want Poe, which one is it? But it's not Poe. But it say this scent, formerly known as this, da 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 da. And I think in this, even though this is not a spring or summer scent, it's a year-round scent. Yeah. So Vitality 2.0, we're still working on it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the summertime is going to be good for testing because it's going to test how it holds up with different things. So we're
Yeah.
still look for it probably in the fall when it gets much cooler, but we'll have time to work on it. But yeah.
Yeah, it's all like it's all very exciting, like all the stuff that we want to
Yeah.
do and stuff like that. And now we can move forward with now we got like the labels done and website soon and everything like that. And it's like now we can put these like plans in motion and stuff. So it's pretty
And
cool.
for those of you who like never done this side of the beard world, creating labels isn't necessarily the easiest thing because, and I think we've discussed this before, we'll like do something like, okay, cool, we like it. And then it sits on your head for a day and well, I'll do this instead. So we had to get to the point where like, this is the decision, stop thinking about it, move
That's
to
it.
the
Yeah.
next.
Mm-hmm.
Because we kept changing things over and over and over.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you, once we launch, I'll look at it and be like, oh, we should change this. But
It'll
you
be too
just
late.
have to settle on it and be like, okay, this is it. This is what you're doing.
Yeah, because you
We
can.
designed the wash label, and I changed it after we settled on it. So,
But you changed it and it looks a lot better. So I like it a lot.
yeah,
So
it did improve. It did improve.
improve. Yeah, because you could create a label and keep creating labels and different designs for forever. You can always change it up and tweak and whatever. And it has to come to a point where it's like this is it and that's it. And
Yeah,
this is settled. Move on to the next one and get it done and let's go. You know what I'm saying? So
and I think what we ended on fits the brand in our image for what we're envisioning. And it's to me, it's simple. I mean, that's what I wanted. When I think of retro, I think a lot of simplicity. If people are wanting like very intricate, detailed, crazy artwork, that's not going to be the place. But it's going to be something that looks nice and classy on your shelf. Just
yeah,
looks cool, looks a little bit old school, looks fun. Um, there's no high price movie star artist drawings. There's no copyright infringement drawings. There's none of that. Just a simple retro look. You know what I mean? Like we're not. Um, yeah. So Dude, I ain't seen Trav in forever. What's up, Trav? Trav. Our Michigan skateboarding brother. He just got back from skating. See,
Hmm.
nice. He's been skating. I told you I met Travis in Michigan when we went to the Detroit Barber Expo.
Oh yeah,
Zeb and I met him. We went and had dinner with him. Yeah, very nice dude.
that's cool.
Very nice dude. Yep.
Oh
But
man,
yeah, so that's our update. So we're inching closer. It's not for lack of trying. We've been how long have we been working on the label? Just the label side of it,
the
right?
labels. It's got
At
a
least a
couple
month.
months. I feel
At
like it's a
least
couple
a month.
months.
Like almost immediately when we started the process, we labels was the first thing because we knew we need to get those knocked out so we can get them ordered and
Yeah.
help us figure out the layout of this, what we want the site to look like. So,
What's up, Travis? How you doing?
so I'm happy that that's there.
They're bowling again.
Oh,
I have no idea.
there's one of the new scents though that won't be out when we do the relaunch because um of label issues for that, but we'll get that fixed and then drop that. And there's some other new scents we didn't do labels for yet. Um, but once we wanted to kind of get this back up, and then we'll start with the new scents.
Yeah, we can always roll out, the new stuff.
'Cause we have quite a few actually, that are created. We just need to label design and go with it.
Yeah, so like their releases will, you have to wait too long.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
Sack Suds is still called Sack Suds.
Yep. And the
And the
wash
beard
is
wash is still beard wash.
beard wash. Just updated label and that's it.
Well, we'll have something new though, right? We have something new for relaunch. Our bars of soap.
Yeah, our soaps. Yeah.
Yeah, we have those. So
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
that's new. I think four. So those
yeah,
are new. Yeah,
that's right.
looking forward to that. I forgot about
I
that.
gotta make little boxes for those. I got
The
a
what?
box. I gotta fold the little boxes and
Yeah, you gotta. I
yeah.
mean, we'll get those squared away. I'll be out there before we relaunch.
Okay.
No, so Vodketo, aka Briscoe, if that's your favorite one. Um, no, that's there. So the one
Yeah, it's there.
It's called Berry Blitz. The one that is not on relaunch day is the one. It's a beer inspired, tavern inspired scent, microbrew type thing that we're calling Berry Blitz. We just don't have the butter label finished because the artist for that was tied up with some other stuff, some personal things. I didn't want to bother him because I needed a word changed because I can't change the word on it because beard oil is hard on the label. So there's some just small things, so I didn't want to bug him. So I said, let's just put that on hold, and then when I'm able to
Yeah,
get it done, we'll get it done. Um,
all in good time.
but no, Vaquero is yeah, and I can actually we could do a. I mean, we've kind of already done it, but we could reveal the labels that we decided to go with.
Yeah,
You want to do that?
yeah, we
Yeah.
could do that. That's fine. That way people
All right.
know what's coming.
Yeah. I'll just show the oil labels because butter labels look the same. So let me go to share. I mean, because it's not like when we do the live, we'll
Yeah,
do it. But
and I'm excited too. I can't wait to get back to
yeah,
getting this rolling out and stuff like that.
yeah. So this is formerly known as Anton. So if you like Anton, this is for you.
Mhm.
Right. So that's what that is. I'm stopping sharing between each share because I don't want to accidentally show a label. I don't want them to see it.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then this is what the beard wash label is going to look like.
I like that because it looks like an old diner
Yeah.
sign with the arrow and the bubbles and all that. It looks cool. I like it.
Yep. And this is what our unscented is going to be. And you're going to notice we brought a little bit of Dad Beard's love over here with the unscented.
Yeah, we gotta use. We had to use them. We had to use the guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's gonna be the unscented label. Necky guy.
Yes, Travis, the wash is the same.
Yes.
Formula
And
wise, blend wise, is all the same.
yeah, nothing's changed. We didn't change anything about the brand other than the labels and the names and stuff. And
Yeah.
here is Vaquero, which is formerly known as Briscoe. So if you like Briscoe, um,
Yep.
this is uh, there you go. And every label's got a QR code. You scan it, it takes you right to the website.
Yeah, I like that Vaquero label. I like it. Looks like a old wanted poster. Looks awesome.
Yeah, I really dig it. And then here is Jasper, will now be called Summit. So this is the same Jasper scent.
I like this one too. Nice and simple. Looks like a park ranger sign. Looks like
Yeah,
a state park sign.
yep.
Looks awesome. I like it.
That's what, yeah, that was the vibe we were looking for. To keep it with the mountain theme.
Yeah.
And this scent is formerly known as Andy. So this will be Andy.
Yeah. Nice and clean.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah. So, let me see that I meant. Oh, Vince. So we decided we made from the last time we showed you, we made a last minute change for Vince. Because I had to make it due to art issue transferring it to a butter label. It just wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
So we changed it. So this is the one of the ones that is not the same. But this is Vince. Now it's called Steel Horse.
Yep.
So that's what that is. And I'll show Sax Suds. Why not? I mean, it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's not exciting. It's very similar. We just toned it down, put the retro beards in there, and changed the font a little bit. Still
Yeah.
Sax Suds.
Still Sax Suds.
Yeah. We'll get to 1 second, Travi, and then we'll get to that. And I'll show some soap labels. So here's one soap. I think I showed these before, but we'll just show one. Here's a soap label. Electric Boogaloo. It's our honey and orange scent. So this is the label that go on the box. Yeah. So that's where we're at with that. And there's 3 other soaps, but I won't go into detail on those.
Yeah.
So relaunch day, we're probably looking the beginning, middle May.
Yeah.
Because labels are on their way, so it gives us time to do that. I got to go up there. There's a scent that we have to make for the surprise drop when we relaunch. But yeah, not far away. If you think about it, it's already what, the 16th of April, so we're not far. So we're not far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I'm excited. I'm excited for the whole relaunch and everything.
Yeah. It's weird because like it feels like we're another new company on the thing, but at the end of the day, I don't feel that way because I've been in the industry a very long time, right? So to me, it's like I'm not just how people say, oh, every day there's a new company, and is Retro Beards a new company? Essentially, right? But the people behind it are not new, right? So we'll fight that stigma, but that's okay because we're not approaching as we're just another new company. I feel like we've been in business 8 years already. We kind of have. Electric Boogaloo, great movie. Yeah, so we have the Electric Boogaloo. We have a citrus one. There's a coffee soap, and then there's like a musk, vanilla musk.
Yeah,
it's a 90s thing.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Travis, I appreciate the acknowledgement. I mean, I'm not an originator, but we are
some
of the first pioneers. I mean, at least half of us are. Johnny's on a different spectrum, being in
Yeah,
the
just
review side of it.
reviewing and testing
Yeah.
and buying and all that stuff
Yeah.
for I don't know what is it, what
Yeah.
6, 7 years now.
Yeah. And I think that makes us a good like a partnership as well because your main perspective comes from that side of it, and then my perspective comes from the maker side. So you see things that through a lens that I don't, and vice versa. So it kind of helps us come up with what we want to do. And if I come up with an idea, you're like, yeah, but how about this? And then same thing. And then
There's
you send me
definitely.
a picture of a logo, and I'm like, absolutely not, Johnny. That
But
picture, I know you were joking, but it was horrendous.
I made some good logos. I know what you're talking about.
Johnny must have been on edibles at the time, is what I think was that.
I'm only limited to what the app that I was using, the apps that I have to me that are free. So I think with what I had, the free art that I had and the free stuff, I've made pretty good labels,
Yeah, and I want to do a scent with the label. I want to do something with the TV, or maybe use this TV thing in the background, like on a thank you. I don't know. I want to use this TV setup somehow.
Yeah, you can
I'll
use that as
figure it out.
you can use that as a thank you card, and for the screen, I could write the little notes that I write. I
No,
saw
on
stamps.
the back of it.
I saw stamps in the art store that I could just like a whole bunch of different thank you stamps. And I was like, oh, I can do that.
Yeah, Travi's always got the good stuff.
I have a friend that like she goes she carries a box with her. She always has a box of like edibles and all that stuff, like always. Like she's got a little little
Yeah, Shade uses Procreate. So Procreate is like that's the program for like people who are artists to draw from
that's
scratch,
serious,
right?
That's a serious program.
I have Procreate on my iPad. It's just I can't figure out for the life of me how to do it the right way. Like how to there's layers and stuff. I can't figure that out. Just like with Photoshop, I'm a Photoshop idiot. But Shade uses that Procreate and he does a great job. I mean, like I couldn't even do half of I can't even think of half the stuff he comes up with. It does a really good job.
Mm-hmm. I should get myself one of those and just see what I can do with it.
Procreate?
Not necessarily Procreate, but some kind of like art design.
If you have an iPad, you can get Procreate for like I think it's $200, $100. I don't remember what it is.
Mm-hmm. I know my daughter uses some kind of art thing, and she has the pen. She has the Apple Pen, and she draws and she makes her little cartoons and stuff like that with it and all that stuff. So, yeah, she's pretty good at that.
Yeah,
it's like fucking 9 years old. So
I know some other artists who also use Procreate, and like once they get familiar with it and they've used it a while, watching them just flip and do things, and I'm like, slow down. I have no idea what you're doing. And they're really good. All right, Chad, take it easy. Peace. Give Riley a kiss on the forehead for us. Hope she's doing good. That's his little daughter.
Yeah, I gather.
Yeah. Well, I was friends with her when she was born. I remember all that and stuff. So. Yeah, the TV thing can be a cool box. Yeah, we'll do something with like an old school TV. I had some ideas for little bags.
We had bigger bags this time. Bigger bags. Those little bags.
An oil fits in it though, right?
2 oils fit. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. But I can admit, so like Shade has been a tattoo artist for 30 years, no, 25 years. 25 years, close to 30?
Wow.
I don't remember. I know his age. I'm trying to remember how old he would have been if it was 30. Could be 30 years. But that was when it was, pencil and paper, pen and paper. Like you didn't have Procreate then, right? So you're doing everything by hand.
Yeah.
And they use actually tattoo machines, not these new battery operated things. They're just basically a pen that you tattoo with. They actually had to use their machine and get, the power right and settings right. 34 years. There you go. So since he was a teenager, since I know how old he is, because he's old, I would tell him he's old all the time,
But
but
he's
he's
not
only
as old. He's not old enough to like have to use the wooden stick and the hand and the thing to tap.
well, no, that's an Asian thing, but no,
Polynesian.
he's a few years older than me, so I like to call him old. But yeah, so like knowing how he learned, and then imagining having to then learn like the Procreate and the digital stuff.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine. I don't know if I'd be able to wrap my brain around that because that's like, I don't know. I can't even explain what that would be like. It's just crazy. See, he started when he was 15.
Wow.
He comes from the old school. He started, and some tattoo artists do start young. I mean, depends. It's because you don't have to necessarily be like a shop owner to start tattooing. You could, see.
Wow. 13. Wow. That's
I remember Shade told me a story, and he was in middle school. And if I remember right, he was drawing something, and someone questioned him, and he was like, "I'm gonna tattoo," and they didn't believe him or something. There was a story I can't remember exactly, but we talked about it. I hear so many stories I forget. But when he was young, he was drawing, and he's like, "Yeah, this is what I want, and I want a tattoo."
Flow on TV broke.
I'm gonna not tell stories, and I may or may not have done that in my life when I was younger. I remember having a new TV on top of an old TV that just basically become like the TV stand, your old box TV. Yep.
Well, yeah, like I was telling you, I had the TV with the Zenith with the cabinet. The
Yeah.
whole looked like a piece of furniture, and when that TV went, the other TV went on top. That was it.
Yeah, I remember that. You remember like the giant entertainment centers are just huge, and you had your little TV in there, and then all the other stuff, record player, whatever, and pictures and things. But
My
you
dad
made a giant center just for a small TV. Like, this is ridiculous.
My dad and his cousin were really big into like home entertainment centers. So like we had the big giant wall of glass, compartments with the TV in it and the stereo and the turntable and the giant speakers. Even to this day, if you ever go to my parents' house, my dad has a full entertainment center on top of the fireplace with the TV on the wall, and he has a giant 16-inch sub, like movie theater speakers in on the walls and everything, and like that's how the living room was set up in my parents' house. His cousin, which lives down the street, he has the 100-inch flat screen on his wall. It's gigantic.
I feel like if I went into your dad's house, he'd have like shag carpet, velour couches.
No. My parents have a very modern house. It's like a museum. It's very modern. they're very futuristic. Like they all kind of technologies that assist you. They have motion sensor trash cans, soap dispensers. The bidet has like heated and drying modes and everything like that. Like a lot of their house is like a lot of my parents' house is very like it's a lot of is automated. It's a lot of automation in that house.
Something happened to the chat. Like, it's telling me
What? Live chat.
Yeah. Because I can see Shade commented, I can see it on YouTube, but I can't see on our end, so I can't highlight it. But Shade responded to Ellie, and Ellie's responding. So now, like, the chat is gone. Let me see. It's not.
That's weird. Yeah, it should show from all sources.
Yeah, I mean, it's not showing from anywhere.
Yeah, like when it said thanks, Ellie, I was kicked out of every day, but that's not on there. That's weird. And it's not. It's on. He's on the dad beer. He's on the retro beer.
Yeah.
That showed up, but his latest comment showed up. But
on
weird.
Restream.
No, yeah, his latest comment showed up on Restream, but the comment before that,
the last thing I see is Frankie J saying I'm good. Right here.
I see.
So if you can see things, then
I see that.
Okay, well then you control the chat. Oh, hold on. The warning went away, so maybe more chat will pop up.
This is all on your end. Then this is all on your end.
Yeah. So what was I gonna say? So I remember when I was younger, one of my stepmom's brother, was dating and ended up marrying her, a girl whose parents were pretty wealthy,
Mm-hmm.
and they had the drop down like projection screen, but they also had laser discs. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
like a
Laserdisc.
CD, but they were like vinyl
Yeah, yeah,
record looking
yeah.
thing. And I
Yeah.
was like amazed by that. I was young, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
It's one thing my parents didn't. My dad didn't get into Laserdisc. He didn't think that it was gonna be. Um, he didn't think that was gonna be the future, and he was like, "I'm not gonna buy that." But he did buy a lot of mini
Did he
discs.
have a beta player?
No, he didn't have a Betamax. No,
Yeah, they didn't last very long either. The small.
he did heavily invest into mini disc. Mini disc was the format before CDs that Sony put out, and like they were really like, "This is the future." Da, da, da. So like he's got a ton of mini discs. It's like they come in all colors and everything like that. And then
I
CDs
remember
came
when
out in a different
DVDs
design.
first came out, bro. I was like a DVD machine.
Oh,
But
yeah.
now it's like, who has DVDs
Oh my
anymore?
god! If you have a DVD collection now, some of these movies are worth a lot of money. Some of them are like hard to find. Like I made the big mistake because I was big into DVDs too. When I was growing up, when I was able to like buy my stuff from like Best Buy and stuff like that, I was buying movies like crazy. People would buy me movies for Christmas and all that stuff. I had a huge DVD collection. I have all these movies. But when I bought this house, I was like, I have boxes. I mean, literally like 5 to 6 boxes full of DVDs. I still have a whole box of DVDs in the back over here. Um, when I bought this house, I was like, you know what? I don't need all these DVDs. Everything's on digital now, and and everything like that. I'll sell them. So I sold all of my. I sold like three or four boxes worth of DVDs for like $2 a piece. On what the fuck are you doing?
I don't know.
Leave the shit alone. I sold all my DVDs. It pissed me off. I sold all my DVDs for like $2 a piece. So I made a good amount of money on my
I got yelled
DVDs.
at. You guys hear that? Johnny yelled at me.
But yeah, if you have a DVD collection now, like you can make some serious money off. Some of these movies are not even in print and they're not even on digital anymore. They're not streaming. So
I
like
want
I
to say
have
I saw somewhere like a VHS tape of some movie went for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like the original
some
VHS is in the
VHS
box.
tapes. Yeah, some VHS movies. I mean, I don't know the value, but like, yeah, they're up there.
Shut up, Tommy. You know
Like
what happens? You yelled at me, you bitch, you boy.
I have the original Dogma DVD and I have the Blu-ray. So like, yeah, I have them both.
You should go to events over there and get him signed because he's always over there.
I know. I have to find them though. I have to dig them out of the box. I know they're in a box somewhere. Because I was like, I really love this movie and I want it.
I want to say at the end of May or maybe June, they're putting Dogma back in the theaters for like a
Yeah,
week.
it's going back. So so those DVDs are not going to be worth much now.
Well, it's just going to be in the theater for like a week, just like a special thing. Like it's not
No,
like
I think they're going worldwide. It's going out there. Like it's going to
yeah,
be
but not like for
for
a
a week.
full time thing. Just like a, hey, it's in theaters and it's going to get people interested back in it type of thing.
I wanted to go to the SMOD cinema and go see it in Red Bank with Kevin Smith, but
Yeah,
$100 a ticket. And then if you want to take pictures with him, it's like $150, $120 a ticket if you want to take pictures with him.
yeah. Well, that's how they keep that theater in business. I mean,
And I
'cause
was like, I was telling my wife, I'm like, I kind of feel like it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna see the movie with the guy.
yeah.
You're the guy who made the movie. Yeah, I mean, like, come on, he's like our childhood friend. Like we've seen all his movies.
I still haven't been to the comic book store.
I've gone to the comic
I
book
need
store
to
a
go.
bunch of times. The only thing I haven't done is actually met the guy. But like, I feel like it's someone that like has been in my life for decades because I've been a lifelong fan ever since I was able to watch stuff on without my parents censoring me. So it's all good. Mark is here. What's up, Mark?
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Yeah, I have not been to the Secret Stash. You guys went. I wasn't able to go, and even you guys went. We had that
Yeah.
meetup.
Man,
Already did.
You can come down and we'll go. You know,
Thanks, Mark.
Mark, you gotta stop.
He said he's going to do that every week until we
No,
open.
you gotta stop. You gotta stop it. He said a super chat. Not that I don't appreciate it, but come on, man. Like I can't.
Well, the fact that he sent you money last week for my birthday still puts Mark. He Mark's on the naughty list. Just kidding, Mark.
Oh man, Mark. I got every time I write it down. I gotta. Put
You got to send Mark.
I gotta put something together for Mark.
I've been out of beard wash for us. So I've been using from Grindstone because I really like Grindstone's wash too. I just pre-ordered. They did. Daniel had their light side, dark side, cent of the month type drop. He did. So
that's a cent of the month thing.
Yeah, it's for May. So he's doing a pre-order only. And then everybody will have it by May 3rd, so you can have it for the May 4th.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, so you better go order it because he doesn't have a lot left.
I didn't know it was a one-off thing.
Yeah, it's his May cent of the month, but he did an early pre-order so people would have it in time for May 4th. Because he was originally going to do a Metallica theme one, but then he changed it to Star Wars theme. And I like how he did it because it's Star Wars theme, but he's not taking intellectual property, right? So I like how he did that. Yeah, Mark had a bunch. See, Mark, he's got the fact that you've gone through 3 bottles already. That's amazing. Because one bottle, if you use it as directed, that should last you 4 months, but you can use as much as you want.
You got aged leather oud. All right.
I don't even know if I'll like the scent. I just bought them.
I had to choose one.
Yeah, because I just bought one of each oil because I didn't. I think if you use Blue Collar 10, you can save 10%. You can.
Is that really that's okay?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of the codes. It's funny because he'd send it to me for free for all the stuff I do for him, but I don't ever let him do that, and I don't tell him when I'm going to order. I just order.
Yeah, I never tell anybody that I order anything.
I don't use discount codes. Like I don't do that.
Me same. I just ordered some liquid butter, from 5 Boroughs Grooming. I think it's 5 Boroughs Grooming. Yeah. And I didn't use any discount. I just bought it straight up because I was like, let me just test out some liquid butter because I didn't have any, and they had a pretty good scent.
Not to use the discount code, so they get the. It's one thing for regular customers. I get it, but for me, knowing what I know about the industry, I just don't use it.
Yeah.
4 pumps. Josh, you probably have a longer beard than most. Like I need 1 or 2, 4, or if I'm feeling froggy. Depends on how much you want to use, but
he has he bought a lot of wash. Josh has a lot of. I think he bought 4 bottles at one point. I can't even go back and check because we can't access the damn thing.
Yeah. Historically, Josh usually has a very long beard.
Yeah.
Grows it long, so.
I have a bottle in my bathroom now, and I just use like one little, and that's it.
I pumped mine out. You can't pump no more. It's maxed. But I do my beard and then I get my head with the rest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes I'll do 2 or 3 so I can make sure I have enough and then go up here. Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one. You need a vitality so bad. You're gonna have to wait a while, sir.
Yeah, that's gotta that's gotta be put together, tested, and all that stuff.
I had to do an ingredient check because I saw this ad came across my social media thing. This company is like, unlike other companies, we use all real butters in our beard butter. And I'm like, wait a minute, I need to go fucking look at my ingredient list to make sure I was using butter. And sure shit, I was.
Yeah, I got them all here. They're all butters.
I was like, wait a minute. Everybody else is not using butters in their butter. Let me go look. And then I was like, oh, I am using real butter in my beard butter, you silly goose. So, and that's not a dig, but I guess it kind of is. It's not very nice of me. But when I saw that, I was like, really? None of us are using butters. Let me go check.
It's crazy.
'Cause I didn't know if like they got reclassified what's a butter. So I'm like, oh, Shay, yeah, that's still a butter.
It's crazy when you have all the like raw materials and you can just use just one ingredient at a time to see how it feels. You know what I'm saying? And then when they all combine together, it's like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's
Yeah,
like,
I am gonna play with it, and you're probably gonna get so pissed off. But I am gonna look at playing to reformulating our butter at some point.
hey, you know what?
I have ideas.
I'm fine. Anytime you want to try something new, I'm open to like all of it. You know what I'm saying? Because like it's only gonna be like something really awesome. So like I'm not. It doesn't bother me. You know, it's
Yeah,
really
I just have ideas in my head, so I just want to. But that's on the back burner because this needs to get finalized and finished
yeah, yeah,
first. But Jason has like one of our like a rough edition of it. Like it's not finalized yet.
yeah. I still have it. I still have some of it too. I use it. I
Yeah,
use it
that's what I'm
quite
saying. Like so
quite a bit.
he if that's the praise this is getting, I think we can only get better from there.
Of
Like,
course, yeah,
but I like where we're at with it. I want to do some summertime test with it.
yeah. I
I
feel
mean,
like if it was a little firmer and it didn't melt as easy, because it melts easy, like
yeah,
super easy, like warm shower, it's liquid, basically. So
yeah.
like, yeah, a little firmer, and it would be like just
And
right, just right.
I don't want to change necessarily the ratios of what's in it to create a firmer product. I might add an addition to it to create a firmer product.
Yeah,
But sometimes that doesn't always work. So I need to try that, but I want to wait till it's warmer so I could do true testing of the temperatures. I don't like to mimic temperatures with a microwave or oven. Like I want the actual full weather
yeah, yeah,
gamut
yeah,
of the summertime. And so, but yeah, but it will be thoroughly tested before it's dropped. And,
yeah.
Jason is our honorary tester because he donated to a charity to becomes one. So, um,
But yeah, we
Joe Radio. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it.
yeah, it's got
I thought it was fun.
it'll take however long it takes to get right and get going, like something like that, like you guys just gotta have to be patient with, and it's gotta be done. It's gotta be done right, and so it's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, we're
I
not
thought it was
gonna.
funny. He got the tester, and then a few days later, he messaged me, "You guys are stupid," and I'm like, "What the hell do we do?" And he goes, "Dude, this is crazy." I'm
No,
like,
it's
"Oh,
really it
okay.
is really
Stupid
good.
as in good." I thought you meant stupid as in we messed up. I'm like,
It's
what?
really good. It just has to, it's gotta be like fine tuned. Fine
Yeah.
tuned to
And
be
when
just.
you create something in the winter months, you're creating it based on the results you're seeing that are based on your current environment. So
Mhm.
if you make something, okay, I want to make something that's really firm, but in the summertime it may not be that firm. We want to make something really soft. Well, in the winter it's soft, but in the summertime it might be damn near liquid. So it's going to
Yeah,
just take some adjusting to make sure we get the consistency right without altering how it works. So I think we'll get there.
I feel like when we do the balm, it should be a hard tack molding balm, something like that.
Yeah, and this is the thing. We've had the balm has been ready to go. We just haven't decided how or what we want to do with it yet.
Yeah.
If we want to just release an unscented balm, which is what I think we're leaning towards, so we don't have to worry about 20 million labels all the time. Just do an unscented balm. If you want it scented, we can make the balm firm enough that if you want it scented, you can add a few drops of oil into it, and it still will be a fairly firm hold, not
Yeah.
watered down. You know what I mean?
I feel like
And I think that's the way to go.
a bomb should like get everything formed and stay. You know, that's how I like it. I like a
I just
hard
had a
bomb.
brilliant fucking idea, but I'm not saying it on
Don't
live.
say it. Don't say it.
Nope, I just had a brilliant idea.
Because I was always a fan of a nice sculpting, solid bomb. Um, butters are butters. Butters are they make you feel nice and soft and all that good stuff and everything like that. But a balm, I feel should be just, you know.
Is dinner good? Yeah. Yeah, I use mainly butter, but since I've been out of Anton butter, I've been using the Anton oil a lot. I used Vince butter today though, and I was like, oh, I missed the feel of the butter.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Sometimes balm's good to get the,
the
straight.
one my one favorite balm, the company is gone. So like that's it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's gone. They don't exist anymore.
Who?
Um, shit. It was a bear. I forgot what it was.
Lone Bear?
Lone Bear. Yeah, yeah.
They're not around?
They're not around anymore. Lone Bear beards.
So
They had like one of the best balms.
I tried luxurious balm once, but that was way too hard for me. Where I couldn't. It just didn't work for me. But I liked whose balm was it that was good? Oh man. Maybe it was Uncle Donnie or that was butter.
Yeah, Uncle Don I think that was butter. I think that was butter.
I don't
It's all
remember.
gone now. All my shit's gone. So like, I don't have any in it. You know,
Where'd it go?
it's gone
Why? Oh,
because
you used it all?
of what happened here.
What are you doing, Pay? Oh. Oh. I get you. Slow to the gate, Johnny. Slow to the gate. But yeah, I like her balm. I mean, it'd be good. I just don't know when we'll release it yet. I mean, it's one of those things. I stopped doing balm years ago because
Yeah.
it's been stale. But then when I stopped it, people said like, "Oh, we need balm." I'm like, "Well,
I mean,
okay."
butter came out and like kind of just took over. So like, not a lot of people use balm. I like the balm. I like a good balm. You know, because I like a nice short. Because I can grow my beard long. When my beard is long, I don't tend to use balm. I use more butter. But when I have a short, tight beard like how it is now, I would use a balm. But I don't. I'm not a balm. A balm.
A balm. You know what I miss? I don't know how many people in here used it, but Mojo. You remember when I had Mojo?
Was that
That was good stuff.
was that the spray?
No, Mojo. It was an improved creation of what would be called a beard jelly.
Oh, huh.
You remember had Mojo?
No, I don't think I
That
ever
was
had one.
good. I had a barber in Michigan who loved it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I liked it. We had it in a scent called Piney. So we had Piney, which was like a pine and orange, and then we had a lavender one, which I didn't like that one,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, you're not a fan of lavender. You don't like lavender.
You're thinking of beard tamer, the spray I had,
Yeah,
which is like
yeah.
it conditioned your beard, like woke it back up, but it would condition it's not beard tamer. Yeah,
I used that like maybe like 2 or 4 times. It still
beard
smells
tamer.
good though. Yeah, the beard
Well, you
tamer.
still have it?
I had it. It's gone
Oh,
now.
I say I wouldn't use it now. It's been that product wouldn't. It's not something that stands the test of time, like years and years. I
It
wouldn't.
was 5 years old. If I had
Yeah,
it, it's
yeah,
like 5 years old now.
yeah.
I think I bought it just to try it. Because I was buying everything just to like see if whoa, what can I review next? And I just kept buying everything.
Yeah, I don't
Lavender.
like lavender. My lavender gives me migraines.
Hmm.
We have a guy at work who uses the essential oil sprays, like room sprays and stuff.
Oh yeah.
He has one that's pine. He has some that smell great, but one he has pine and he has lavender. And I was like, if you spray those again, we're gonna have trouble. Do not spray these things. I cannot stand it. Like I'd walk in and instantly like, oh, my head. You know, my son bought today. Do you know Messi, the soccer player?
Yeah.
He has his own cologne. So my son has it, and then my other son started guessing all the notes in it before he knew what it was. It was wild.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What are you smelling?
Vince.
Oh, is that the one you've been wearing a lot lately?
No, I've been wearing.
Oh, you've been wearing James?
Yeah, I've been wearing James. I love it. I have it in right now. Like it smells so good. The thing is, I have the scent right here, and every now and then I open it up and I'm just like, ah, it smells so good. Put it back.
You're so basic.
It's basic, but it works. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah, I
basic works,
refuse. I refuse. We're not. No, I
yeah.
refuse.
Oh yeah, remember these? Remember these?
Oh, the ones you spend money on, and you're like, oh,
Not
now you
even
can't.
open. It's not even open. A whole stack of stickers, not even open. Here you go. Hit the
I
QR
wonder.
code. See what it take. See
I'm
where
gonna
it
go
brings
to.
you. See where it brings you.
Yep, the dadbeers.com. It's available.
It's available.
No,
Oh, that's funny. Actually, this QR code is dead because I didn't know. See, like this is one of these things that you do when you're doing your own thing here. I didn't know that the site that I got this off of, you had to pay a monthly subscription to have this QR code. So it's not like you just get the QR code and then you have it and it leads to your website. No, you have to pay to have this active. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that was going to be a monthly fee. So because I bought a stack of these and I paid for this, it's useless now. It's basically garbage. But I keep it around as a reminder, is not to jump the shark and do stupid shit. Um, and that's why I keep it as a reminder. Because
and you
now
know
if you
what's
scan it,
funny?
it'll say it's not active, and that's what it'll say.
And what's funny is you didn't tell me. You said, "Oh, we should do this," but then you just did it. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I
because I was like, oh,
literally
I
made
could just
all
do
the
this on my
QR
own.
codes right here for free. And boom.
I was like, I could do this. I don't need Gary for this. I could just do this, And I didn't ask. I didn't say anything like that. Saying I just went ahead and spend the money on my own and everything like that. But it's I don't. I think there's 1,000 in here. Maybe 500 stickers. But that's what it is.
To shred all the dad beard stuff in this our packing paper.
It's our packing paper.
We have stickers. Like I still have a stack of.
I got rolls of stickers and I got magnets. I got all that shit out here. I got I got a whole box full of stuff.
Yeah, I've got a whole stack of Vince stickers here.
Yeah, yeah. I got a whole stack of these useless QR codes. It's a huge
Yeah.
reminder. It's a huge reminder.
Like that is just a super cool image,
Yeah.
right? And we might still throw these. Yeah, Dad Beard's Company is available, but we didn't want to go with Dad Beard's Company. That's too much. Whoever did this is awesome, though. Just saying, it's really good. We might still just throw these in orders. Like, why not? I mean,
Yeah.
a sticker's a sticker, just. But it says the owner of the dadbeards.com is Shopify. Yeah, because they stole shit.
They stole it.
Oh, Randy, will we have merch? So like shirts or like what do you mean? But yes, we will have some stuff. Once the website's up, we'll have at least one design up, but we will have merch. Yeah. That's one of the parts I'm kind of excited about for the brand to have different types of merch.
The retro beards merch is gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah. And the Retro Beards logo will look good actually on a hat now compared to the Dad Beards logo just didn't look right on a hat.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm all about hats. So and coffee cups and mugs. Waiting patiently. And we'll have stickers. Jonnie has been anxious to print stickers.
Yeah, I gotta start making, because the way the thing works is like you can just
Well, it wasn't available when I looked. Hold on.
God, please no.
What?
No, we can't go back, right? We're not going back.
Oh my God! Hold on though. I'm looking. No, dadbeardscode.com is taken, it says. Yeah. Dadbeards.co is available, but Dadbeards Co. So watch, I'll show you.
Dadbeards.co dot is available. I guess the dot.
Yeah. See? Dadbeardsco.com is taken. See, and I just put Dadbeards Co.
Oh, dadbeardsco.com is taken. Okay.
Yeah, see?
Dadbeardco.
See, Dadbeard.co. See, and I didn't want anything that wasn't .com.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the logo? Hold on, I'll do it. I'll show you.
What's
And we have different color variations of it. I don't remember what we settled on. But we do different color variations depending on what we're doing, but the actual logo itself, this is the logo. And then we change colors for these things, and we do, without revealing too much, that's kind of what we do. Simple. That's it. Simple. Works. You mean that's like, yeah, you've been dealing with personal stuff, you mean, so you've been I kind of let Shade handle personal business and didn't bug him, so like hasn't been in the loop a lot. Usually he's a lot in the loop.
Yeah.
But like I said, when people have that kind of stuff going on, me personally, I hate being bothered, so I didn't want to bother him.
Right.
Yeah, so like the actual logo, that's one we'll use a lot, but essentially the name is our logo, and then whatever else we put around it, just be what it is. Yeah, we're not too diehard set like on a this is the only thing we will do type of thing. So
Yeah.
the
It can
name is
change
what we're focused
every few
on.
months. It can change something different. Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's say every 6 months, maybe.
Yeah. No.
No. You're like no.
No. Brio. What's Brio? Mark Brown is hitting those edibles too. Dang, Mark.
I gotta hit those edibles too. That's how
Hit
I go
those
to sleep.
Eddie.
That's how I get
Yeah.
my sleep at night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a hard time falling asleep. So like that's what helps me go to sleep. That's the only reason why, like I'll have one or two. Like especially the other night, like I could not stop thinking about like middle school. Like I just couldn't stop thinking
See,
about it. It was
he's
messed
high.
up.
I want a wanted retro beard shirt. I don't know what that means.
Wanted retro beard, sure.
I can tell you, I think we'll put the Vaquero art on a shirt. I like that.
Yeah.
And then there's an image that's not on the initial release that might have a van. I really want that on a shirt. I have an idea for that scent and everything.
There's one with a cassette on it that I really like too.
I don't remember.
There's like a cassette tape on it. It looks
I don't
pretty
remember.
cool. Yeah, I have it on my phone. Yeah.
You'd have to show me. I don't remember.
It looks awesome. Like that one looks sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Well, it's past your bedtime, dude.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yep.
We've had a calm show. We didn't go wild today. We didn't talk.
We didn't go too crazy today. So,
but we can for the last 2 minutes though. Says wanted like a one. Oh. I see what you mean. Johnny took his kids to ice cream the other day, and I asked him, well, how many scoops? He says, well, whatever they put in the thing. I'm like, well, what if they had 4 scoops? That's previously was an unacceptable number. So, but if the ice cream shop gives it to you, then that's okay.
Yeah.
See? Yeah.
But I wasn't allowed to have ice cream.
Why?
Because my wife said no.
Wait a minute. Why?
Because
Why
she was like, you don't need it. She looked at me and she was like, "You don't need it."
See, he knows. Oh, it's
Yeah.
being used. It's being used. I have a whole scent. I gotta create it to make sure it's gonna work, and then that's being dropped. It's I freaking love it. I love it, love it, love it. But yeah, so with that said, everybody, thanks for coming back in. We'll see you next week on Tuesday, most likely.
Yes, Tuesday. Yes.
Yes. Um, because Jonnie is hibernating for a few days. But yeah, we'll see you next week on Tuesday. Thanks for joining. We do appreciate it. I do want to say thanks to Tactical Santa for letting us. He let me post on his Facebook group page about the show tonight. So if anybody came over because of that post, thank you. I appreciate Dino letting us do that. That was very kind of him. I had told your wife I'm taking a triple scoop. There you go.
Yeah, she was just like, "You don't need it," and I was like, I didn't want to fight it out because
That's what he said. I don't need it, but I want it.
And I said, "I really want it," and she's like, "Hey, you don't need it," and she gave me the look, and I was like, "She really watches my sugar intake. That's what it is." So,
Yeah.
but
But yeah, so everyone, you guys have a great weekend. Do something fun. Do something nice. Be kind to someone. Do something kind for someone.
it's WrestleMania weekend. So if you watch wrestling, WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yep. And if you're looking for a scent, while you're waiting for us to do our thing, dude, American Classic, Sharp Dressed Man, and Pipe Dreams, hands down. Butter is phenomenal. So I don't think you met Audrey. She wears the pantalones in that relationship. So, all right. So yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Everybody have a good weekend, and I'm gonna go eat some prime rib. So,
and I'm gonna eat something, go to sleep. So yay! All right.
All right. See you guys.